Just after 10 AM on Monday, I got a notification on my phone. We had a motion detection in the polytunnel. It's the first time we've ever had one that isn't just us down there. So I opened it up and had a look, and this is what I saw. Look at him. Hunting around for some food. Got a little friend in the background there. Little Robin, I reckon. So, we thought we better do something about this. We don't have any bird feeders down the plot, and we should really. We like birds. Well, duck for the bridge, and we decided to head down to Skylark.
It looks like they've stuck some balaclavas over their car.
Take a bag or not?
Yeah, why not?
Going to our favourite local garden centre on Saturday afternoon. Eco Hive composter. Right, here's the section we're here for. There's a whole area here of bird seed. All kinds of fancy ones, though they're cheap, but I kind of like these ones. Extra goodness balls. Look at that. It looks pierced. Nice crisp winter day. There's the moon. We have ourselves a little haul from Skylark. Look at that. I came just for some birdseed, but we've got a couple of bird feeding phalluses with a energy bite mix and a seed mix, some extra seeds, some Cara main crop potatoes, and some echinops and a couple of different digitalis. So that's a bit of a haul. Anyway, home time. So here's our little garden centre additional haul. Some plants. Now these were 3 for a tenner, which initially was like, but then I noticed that most of them had multiple plants in them. So we've got about 4 of each foxglove and at least 3 of the echinops. I'm going to plant them out into some other containers at some point soon, and we should have a nice little planting of them for the front of the allotment. We have a spot where we put some flowers in the very front of the old plot. And while we were there, we saw these as well. Now, this is a variety I was looking at buying online, but this is actually a much better deal, as it usually is in garden centres. The potatoes are generally a better price, but we prefer some crazier varieties that you can't normally find in the garden centres. But this was one I was looking at. It wasn't one I selected, but what we'll do is we've got this. That's going to be our main crop now. And we'll just get some kind of crazy specialist ones, which I'll actually go over in a moment. Might as well, I'm about to order them. So it is seed potato buying time. Most years we've been using Potato House for our seed potatoes. Now we like them because they have a range of interesting things, and we particularly like to grow potatoes with different flesh colours. So they've got the blue flesh and the red flesh sections here. And unfortunately this year it's just had delay and coming soon for a while, and we're getting a little bit FOMO about our potatoes, so we had a little bit of a look around and found patch potatoes, and that has a few things that are different that we've not had before. And so this year we're getting Purple Rain as our purple potato and Lily Rose as our red potato. And then we're getting a couple of other early varieties as well. We were going to get our main crops from Patch as well, but when I saw the Cara down at Skylark, we decided that's actually a better deal, because that way, rather than just getting 10 of them, which we were going to get with these guys, we've got 2 kilos, which is probably at least 20, and the final price ends up pretty similar, really. This is a pretty expensive way to buy potatoes generally, but we do it because we like to get the interesting and different things which we wouldn't be able to get otherwise. Unfortunately, the garden centres and stuff tend to pretty much just stock pretty normal main crop varieties and earlies that aren't quite as interesting to grow yourself. So these ones are going to be quite exciting, nice and purple there, and nice and red. And we're looking forward to making some multicoloured chips later in the year, which is one of the things we'd like to do. And that's going to be quite exciting. So yeah, that's our potatoes. These are ordered and will hopefully arrive quite soon. It's still quite early anyway. We won't be planting them that sort of soon. We'll be getting them out to chit, and we have different phases that we plant our potatoes in. And yeah, so anyway, back to the main video. And that's our potato order done for this year. It's gone just past 2 p.m. on Sunday the 12th of January, and everything's white with crispy frost. It started melting, and so this is not as pretty as it was earlier, I'm sure. There was ice on the chain on the allotment site, so we're probably the first people or only people to be coming down here today because we're mad, but we're not going to be doing much. It's mainly because of that video I saw of the little birdie yesterday, and we thought we'd better get some feed out. So we popped down a local garden centre and grabbed some peckish seed feeders to give to the birds. So we'll get some seed up, have a quick look around and see how things are going. Look at all those ice crystals down on the garlic bed there. Interesting how it only forms. That must get a bit of shade from the fence in the low sun, I think. That's why it's still got the ice on it. And then that's got no ice down there, I guess. Anyway, let's get in there and get these feeders up. Well, we looked over here and were somewhat surprised and shocked to see the IBC has been hauled out of the ditch. And all this crap has been hauled onto our bank, which is fun. But it looks like they've done some clearing next door. If you look down there, that's all cleared. Yeah, I mean, that saves me a job. It's a bit of a mess, but that's fine. It's not like we're going to be doing anything much today anyway, because this ground down here is rock solid. It's frozen. But, oh well, one IBC. I don't know how useful that's ever going to be. It's all quite sort of crinkled up. I don't know if that's been breached. It doesn't seem to be cracked. Maybe if we upright it and fill it with water, it will actually bulb out again. I don't know. But we've also got 2 IBCs here anyway, and we've got 4 IBCs on the plot, so that would be a 5th IBC, and I don't really know if we need it. But yeah, that's an exciting development. It's good to see that ditch is actually cleared out, to be honest. It's going to discourage the things. Look, so you can see the track marks. They've used some sort of a earth mover or something to pull that up and push it up here. Look, they've completely destroyed the cage, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's probably not going to be much use, that one. We'll get rid of it. Look at the ice on there. My string line's all icy. Our little trees have a nice little rime of ice on them. The quince is looking particularly special there. A little plot tour. There's not much to tour really. No sign of bulbs coming up yet, which is probably not surprising in the freeze. We hope they come up. They were quite late planted. not much going on with these little shallots just yet. And down the side here, past my little table, down the front, let's see, that poor rhubarb is regretting its early rising, I think. Hopefully it'll be okay. And otherwise just generally not a whole lot going on out here. And in the polytunnel, things are getting along okay. The little mustards there are growing on either side. Those garlics are doing pretty well down the edges there. Still no sign of the soft net garlic down the middle of this bed. But over on that side we got some pak choys, and it looks like some tatsoys doing okay into those little covers. So that's good. Anyway, we're going to get our bird feeders up. So one in the middle of this doorway and one in the middle of the other doorway. And there we go, held up by their piercings. One at that end, one down this end. That was the kind of fat pellets, and this is just seed. And I've secured everything up there so it can't get off. Bit of wire should do the trick. I don't think they're likely to blow off or anything, and we don't really have a lot of squirrels around here, but you never know. There we go. Hopefully that'll do some good to the local birdies. But that's it for us on the allotment today. We're not really going to be doing much down here, as the ground is solid and there's not a lot to do. It's a bit damp and icy, and I'm just going to check a few things and get home, where we might look at dealing with some seeds or something, and or at least some planning. It's that time of year, it's cold, it's frozen. Let's plan for the weeks ahead and the times that it starts to warm up a bit, hey?